refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the best fantasy show in the world, FFC. That's right. So, as we all know, I tried to hold it back as long as I could. I can't change time. I can't, I don't have control over the month. So, it's here. The season ended in February. It's almost August, baby. It's set 5 days out. Okay, 6 days if you count 31. But we are here. Everything else is out the way. We got the scheduling out of the way. We predicted that. That's gone. The draft is out of the way. We got players on teams that need to be there. We got players on teams that don't need to be there. And we are in training camp, right? We're in training camp. I think Friday today is the Hall of Fame game. I think that's tonight. So, we got a little bit of football. Don't watch that crap. You can watch preseason. Don't watch that Hall of Fame game. You know what the Hall of Fame game is for? Absolutely nothing. You're not going to see no superstars. You're going to see people that on the sideline. They're not going to be suited up. Oh, no. You know who's playing today? The feathers on the team that know they getting cut for you. When you know you getting cut and you just there for the ride, you playing in the Hall of Fame game. That's about as good as that game is for. Don't watch that game. You can watch the Hall of Fame. Don't watch the Hall of Fame game. That is a pointless game. I really don't even know why they have that crap, to be quite honest with you. Just to have a day to mess around and start football. That ain't the way to do it. Preseason is fine. It's the first preseason game, but you ain't gonna see nobody over. You're not even gonna see a rookie. You're not even gonna see a rookie who just got drafted that we need to have viable information on. We're not seeing him in the Hall of Fame game. Again, this is bottom feeders, okay? The scrap eaters. That's it. That's all you're getting today. So, don't watch the Hall of Fame game. But in the meantime, before preseason starts and before week 1 starts, we have now finally made it to the point where it is time to get ready for fantasy football. Fantasy football is now open, all right? Like, you should be drafting yet. R2L is drafting on the 5th of August. Hell, listen, I told everybody, your draft needs to be during the bye week. That is after the week 3 preseason game, right before week 1 regular season. That's when you draft. No time before that. So, good luck, R2L. Some of y'all going to draft somebody. You're not going to have them week 1 because they're going to be hurt. If Justin Fields was on your radar, take him off. He's hurt. He got carted off with an apparent leg injury. So injuries are falling. I think the Dolphins. If you thought the Dolphins were winning more than 8 games, you're stupid. No, they're not winning that. You got to look. Dolphins gonna be bad this year, but he might get fired. Like, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's not gonna be a good year. They just lost a corner that they traded Jalen Ramsey for. He's lost to ACL. And there we are, our first ACL tear. for the season, and it won't be the last. I calculate before week 1, we'll get about 7 more tears. It's the nature of this game, and it's the miles that you put on your body. Okay, but let us not sorrow with sad news. Only one has been torn, but we got to get ready again, like I said, for the draft. Now we are not ranking we're not doing draft rankings just yet. We got about a few days because today we're doing position ranking. So on Monday, the 28th, and it is because I have to get this stuff done before Tuesday, August 5th, before they draft. Monday, the 28th, we are doing 50 players, I want to say. Maybe I might bump it up to 75. I might bump it up to the 75. I don't know. And then it just depends on how fast or slow we get through 50 people. It's 50 people is a lot in fantasy. I'm literally telling you ranking like who you should draft from 1 to 50. All right. And then that's about what, depending on how many teams, if it's an 8-man team, a 10-team league, a 14 team, that could be between 1 to 3 rounds, or that could be the first 50 could be like the 14 team. It might be like the first 2-3 rounds. So again, those first 50, that's important. Okay, that's very, very, very important. All right. But until then, we have our positions. At least we do need to rank first. We have to rank our quarterbacks. We need to rank our receivers, running backs, and our tight ends. We do not rank defenses for the simple fact, buddy, you shouldn't be drafting the defense until the last round. That should be your last pick. It's not that serious. You should be flip-flopping defenses throughout the season. Why would you? There is no need. And I say this with disrespect. There is no need for your funk ass, I'll pay the fine, to be having 3 damn defenses on your team. What? What? Which one is why? Why do you have for at least the first 6 weeks, if your defense is good, if they go on an early bye week, you have 6 weeks with that same defense. You plan on flip-flopping that defense with 2 other, like, just because you just don't know which one to play? That's horrible. That's horrible. Just take the best ranked defense. Like, stop making your life hard. My God. I've tried, and I've seen it so many times. See, because you don't want to let your defense go. That defense ain't carrying you to the championship, pimp. I promise you, look, oh boy. You want to know who carried me to the championship? Brian Thomas Jr. Yes, a rookie. Because he was a beast. He got the ball. I hated when Lawrence went out because it declined because his quarterback went out. But I didn't take that kid out the game. Are you serious? That boy carried me to I had 2 running backs. I had a good receiving corps, but he carried me because Tank Dell got hurt. I barely had Tank Dell all season. Good receiver, but he barely played. Or when he played, he was very, very, very inefficient because he's coming off another injury. So I had to deal with that. That was my headache. But I had Kate Otten, the savior. But Brian Thomas, he was a beast. I loved it. Every week, 30 points, 28 points, 27 points. Like, come on. He carried me to the playoff. I lost. I got second place. Got paid. I like it. I'm back in retirement. I'm not playing any more fantasy football. Okay. I will help those like Teddy. We got a meeting. Don't forget. I help those win. That's what I do. I don't need to win no more. I'm tired of winning. I told y'all that. Okay. I got other things to do. All right. So I would rather come on here, give all. You see how big my head is? Let me let y'all have that. Okay. Watch me every week. I'll give you everything that's in here so you can win. All right. All right. Take up too much time. Let's get right into our position rankings. All right. So to start off, we're gonna start off with quarterbacks. Obviously, the leader of this pack, the floor generals, the field generals. I mean, unless you're a Giants fan, you do not have a leader, a general. You have nothing to sit down and pop popcorn to. I promise you that. I promise you that, my guy. It's horrible in that quarterback room. Okay, I watched. Look, you know me. Coach tells y'all all the time: do not beat up on these kids in training camp. Okay. However, coach does have a few benders that allow you to get in there and rip somebody. Like this Giants quarterback. Hey, buddy. That was a horrible short pass. 5 yards. You couldn't throw the ball 5 yards in an NFL game. Hey, I'm a little worried. I'm so sorry. I understand. I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about the interception. You're supposed to throw interceptions. I am talking about the lack of velocity, the lack of air, the lack of ferociousness. There was nothing in that ball. There was nothing. So if this is what this rookie is bringing to the table, what that means is he will be the third string quarterback, and he has a lot more to go through. So that means your season, Giants, is going to go through Preacher Man Winston, Snowman Winston, and somebody in the Instagram chat was like, he gave me like a goofy correction. He was just like, "You mean Snowman Crab Winston?" Like, no. I'm talking about Snowman Wilson. Winston. Don't forget, buddy got excited in that snow game he played. Oh my God, I had me dying. I was laughing so hard. And you got Flip Flop Winston over there throwing the football. So again, guys, if you watch the last show, I got the Giants only winning 3 games. I mean, the light's bothering me, but like it glistens off of me like I'm glorious. So I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, it bothers me, but then it's just like, ooh, that was a nice light on my side. I'm sorry. All right, so we are going to start with quarterbacks. Where you at? There we go. So as we have non-PPR. So let's explain what these, PPR, non-PPR, what these words mean, right? Points per reception, meaning you get a point every time you catch the ball. Now, it only annoys me because how is it that a receiver, like that's the only like that's the not a I don't want to say because it's receiver. Like, how is it that you only get extra points because you can catch? That bothers me because there's other work done on the field. Like, I wish I could change it on the fantasy app to make quarterbacks get 1 point for every 5 consecutive passes that they make. That's awesome. Like, because that's consistency. Why you got bonuses if a quarterback throws for over 300 yards? You can give a bonus for that. So why can't I give a bonus for this man's consistency and actually connecting with a receiver? Like, that kind of bogus. But yeah, I was able to help out running backs, right? Running backs do a little work. They got to carry the ball. Now, I'm not going to give you a whole point for a carry. Half of y'all running backs can't carry past the line of scrimmage, which is horrible. So no, I'm not going to do that. Half a point for your work, for your little work. I like that. You know what I mean? I like points. I'm a person of points. If you want to, I like high scoring stuff. You know what I mean? So anywhere where I can officially add points to something where it doesn't make the game look too cheeky and cheesy, I'm gonna do it. So All right, I'm back. So sorry about that. I lost power. Like the power just went out real quick. It's back on, but I'm using my. I'm so glad cell phones got hotspots. But we back. We're back. We're back. Sorry about that. Dang, that sucked. Hopefully you guys come. My viewers get back. Let me make sure I got everything. One second. Oh, weird. Okay, so hopefully the internet comes back. But I got hotspot. So I'm back. We're back. All right. So luckily we didn't get into anything too important when that happened. Oh my gosh. All right. So let us get back to it. So we are position ranking. What was I speaking? We were speaking terms. So PPR, what does that mean? Points per reception, and how I give points for running back, half a point for a running back. So what does that mean? You have 3 different categories when you play fantasy football, right? You have non-PPR, which is there is no points for reception, meaning it's hard, raw, it's just direct stat line points, meaning what points work for every 10 yards you get 1 point. So if a running back runs for 40 yards, he has 4 points. All right. If that's all he did for the whole game, that's all you get for his points. You get 4 points for that running back. Where PPR comes into play is if he has those 40 yards, right? And he has 3 catches for 20 yards, right? He'll get 2 points for the 20 yards, but he'll also get 3 points for the 3 catches. So that's where PPR comes into play. So for non-PPR players, you don't get those PPR points for the catch. He can do all that, and the only thing he's going to get is whatever yards he gets plus the 6 points he gets for if they score a touchdown. All right. For PPR, non-PPR means nothing for quarterbacks. Absolutely nothing. So their rank, like they're categorized, it won't change in any of the categories. If Lamar Jackson is number 1 or 2 in non-PPR, he's going to be the same way in PPR and half point PPR because he's a quarterback and they don't catch the ball. they don't. If they run the ball for a half a point, they might get that if they're a runner because they carry the ball, so they'll get that half a point for a carry. So if you have Lamar Jackson and you're playing in, let's say you're playing in Coaches League, right? I don't play. I host. If you're playing in the R2L league, if you have a running quarterback, you're gonna get a half point. Okay, so that's where that kind of gets to where you get a nice edge, and that's where it kind of helps you how to draft. You got you know if you know the scoring gives you a half a point for a running, right? If you got a running back here, why not get a Josh Allen as well? You see what I'm saying? Do I hate Josh Allen? Of course. Would I have Josh Allen in fantasy football? Absolutely. He's got a fantasy football. He's going to put up points. This is what he does. All right. So for quarterbacks, half PPR, and non-PPR. Did I miss one? I think I did, but oh well. All right. So because I'm looking at the wrong one. That happens. There we go. All right. So at number 1, the number 1 ranked quarterback in fantasy football is Lamar Jackson. Obviously, fantasy football points for the year was 430 last year. I don't think he'll replicate that exact amount, no. But based off his stat lines last year, he is still going to be, for me, 1 or 2 ranked at basically drafting quarterback. And I'm not telling you to take Lamar Jackson number 1 overall, number one quarterback, meaning he should be the first quarterback drafted off the board. Now, what does that mean? You actually might have to draft Lamar Jackson between the first and second round if you plan on wanting to get him. Josh Allen at number 2 got a fantasy football. He rightfully so. I had him in fantasy. Again, he is another one that carried me. I would have won fantasy if he would have had a better year. Obviously, he only had 379 fantasy points for the year, but his average was 22 a game, which is, what you want in a quarterback, because he was averaging, and it was actually lower than normal, and it's because he did have I think 4 or 5 games where he had between 12 and only 19 points, and then the rest between 20 and 28 points. And I think he had 1 or 2 30-point games. He normally has like 5, 6, but the year I get him, obviously, now he don't. Let me not get on that. Anyway, number 3, we have Joey B, Mr. 5,000, Mr. Joe Burrow. He is your number 3 fantasy football quarterback. If you're looking to draft Joe Burrow this year with this high-powered offense, I would suggest taking Joe Burrow in the second, third round. You have to. If you're planning on, I'm not saying he's not going to replicate 5,000, but I think he'll put up 4,800 yards this year. Absolutely. I do even think he'll have, what did he have? He had 43 touchdowns. I think he'll either match it, because he only had 9 interceptions, which is amazing. So I think he'll either match that 43 or he might surpass it. They're supposed to win the division. They're supposed to win first place in the conference. By doing that, winning 14 games, if they can do that, 13, 14 games, he should be able to put up that. That's the points. That's the touchdowns with those paid receivers. They should be able to put up. So now I do think the interceptions will increase. He'll probably throw 12 or 14 interceptions this year, but I think he'll have 43 plus touchdowns this year. Baker Mayfield at number 4. I like that. I'm big on Baker this year. I think they're going to kind of stay in the playoff run again. I think they're going to do a little bit better than last year. They kind of like sneaked in. So I think they'll do better than sneaking this year. I think they'll handsomely win the division. He was at 365 fantasy points. So not too bad. Joe Burrow was at 372 for the year. Excuse me. Not too bad at all. And Baker Mayfield himself also with those great receivers he had through 41 touchdowns. Here is where you can take Baker Mayfield. However, I would be weary of drafting him at number 4. I'm not moving him up. I'm not moving anybody up above him. But taking the number 4 quarterback, Baker Mayfield, you may have to steal him in the 4th, and that's a problem because that's really, 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 really high to take Baker Mayfield. That's really high because I don't think he's going to replicate. He'll replicate the passing yards, I believe. What did he have? He had 4,500 yards. I think he'll stay in there between 42, 4,500. I don't think he's going to have 41 touchdowns. If he does, it'll just be at that again because I think they're going to run the ball a little bit more. So I think his touchdowns are going to drop from 41 to closer to 38, 37. It's not bad. It's just I'm not taking a quarterback in the 4th round with only 37 touchdowns. I can wait for him to drop. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't. I can't take him that high. You know what I mean? So be weary. He's ranked number 4, and I'm not dropping his ranking, but be weary of that ranking and where you draft him. So we'll pay attention to that when we do our draft, of course. Jaden Daniels at number 5. He had 355 fantasy points for the year as a rookie, which is really, really good. He had 25 touchdowns. He had 9 interceptions, which is also good. Baker Mayfield has 16 touchdowns. I think that will decrease because they're going to run the ball more. That's another reason why they're going to run the ball more. They do not like that number right there. 16 interceptions. Let me see. Jaden Daniels had 891 rushing yards. Okay. You had 915 from Lamar Jackson. Okay. Almost 1,000 rushing yards with 4,100 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions with a passer rating of 119. And he's not MVP. Mm. Mm. I digress. But anyway, 900. Whew. I mean, Josh Allen only had, 531, but we gotta give him MVP. Stats is low as hell, but we're gonna give him 28 touchdowns, 3,700 passing, only 63% in completion. Mm. Check this out though. Check this out. Lamar Jackson had a rating of 119. Josh Allen had a rating of 101. You got to be effing me. How? I'm baffled. I'm baffled. It was handed to him. I don't know how else you want me to look at it, but Josh Allen got handed that MVP. I'm sorry. It was trash. I'm sorry. I don't know what else you want me to say. Oh, y'all didn't think I was gonna sneak one in today? It's been a while. All right. Let's see. So Jaden Daniels had 891 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns off of that. So 891 to go. I think that 891 could stay for now. Like, I don't think there's a reason. He's a second-year quarterback. I kind of think they're gonna want him to not digress into like a sophomore slump. So they're going to I think they're gonna ask him to stay right there, to be quite honest with you. I think they're gonna have him like be the same guy. Like, they're not gonna ask him to take a step back. Not yet. If he gets hurt, maybe then. But right now, if he can go out here and play at this high level again, 3,500 passing yards for a rookie, if he can go out here and play like this again, absolutely. And he is another one you're gonna have to steal in the 4th round. Absolutely. Now, is it a risky steal? Yes, absolutely. It's too high in the 4th round. You're passing up a running back. You're passing up another running back. I'm telling you that right now. Off rip, you're passing up another running back, maybe even a receiver. There's a lot of extra PPR talent you're passing up. Okay. So that is why Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts, because they're 4 and 5 at where you drafted, it's risky. It's because Joe Burrow's in the 3rd. You gotta take Joe B. You got to take Joey B at number 3. Okay, not number 3 pick, 3rd round. But Jaden Daniels and Baker Mayfield, that's tough because 4th round is where they're at. And it's tough because, honestly, the state of quarterbacking this year is so droppable. Like, it drops. Like, Jared Goff at number 6. Let me ask you a question. Please tell me where you plan on drafting. You plan on drafting Jared Goff in the 4th, 5th round? No, not at all. You going to let Jared Goff is going to fall to the 10th round. I guarantee you. There's nobody in this world taking Jared Goff before half of these receivers and running back. So he's dropping. So it literally is Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen between the 1st and 2nd round. All right. You've got Joey Burrow, 3rd round, 4th if he can fall and you can steal if nobody wants him. And that's fine. You can steal him in the 4th. But that's it for a good steal, because Baker Mayfield and Jalen Daniels are risky steals in the 4th round. Okay. If they fall to the 5th, 6th, you're safe. You can snatch them. Baker might. Baker's the one that might fall to the 5th, 6th round, maybe in the 7th. But Jaden Daniels, he should be stolen in the 4th round. That's fair. Jared Goff, 10th round. You go draft that fool anywhere before that and see what happens to your life. Watch. They only win in 7 games this year. Bo Nix at number 7. Let's see. He had 316 fantasy points for a rookie. He had 3,700 passing yards for a rookie. So he passed more than Jaden Daniels, which is because he's a pocket passer. And that, as it should be, that's what it would, that's what you want. 430 rushing off of 92 attempts and 4 touchdowns. I'm actually impressed with Bo Nix with that. Like, I'm actually really impressed. He averaged 18 fantasy points on a weekly. So for me, Bo Nix, I might have to take him. I'm looking at sixth round. Bo Nix can be stolen in the sixth, seventh round. They're gonna have a good season this year too, by the way. So yeah, if you're looking to steal a quarterback, I would do Bo Nix. And look, you can even take Bo Nix before Baker Mayfield if you want to be fishy with, if you want to be jazzy with it and take him in like the fifth round. I can depending on how your draft is going, I can see Bo Nix going in the fifth round. Jalen Hurst as well in the fifth round. I can see that. I wouldn't take Jalen Hurst anything lower than that. His numbers aren't going to be high. They have Saquon Barkley. They got a lot of great elements on defense that takes away and scores. Like you're not going to see Jalen Hurst. He's going to be average, and that's not a bad thing. Like that's not a slander. Like there is no need for Jalen Hurst to be a 41 touchdown passing quarterback. They have everything they need to go do it again the exact same way, barring any injuries. Like, so with that being said, yeah, 2,900 passing yards. He's probably going to have that again. Am I taking Jalen Hurst anywhere before the seventh round? No, because these are not numbers you want before the seventh round. Jalen Hurst most likely is going for me right there with Jared Goff in the 10th round. And that's fine. That's good. Those are quality quarterbacks down there. That means you've been able to set your roster up very well with weapons. And now you got Jared Goff in the 10th round. You think that's a good thing. Again, where did he have? Jared Goff had 4,600 passing yards. He's not going to have that this year. He's probably going to have 41. I'll give him 41. I think they're going to struggle this year. They play a lot of good defenses. But I'll still give him 4,100 passing yards. He can throw the football. It's not calling him a scrub, not calling him a wash. But I am telling you that the Detroit Lions, this has nothing to do with Jared Goff. I am saying the Detroit Lions ain't winning number 7 games. Them as a team, everything that they bought into for their head coach, they peaked. They have peaked. It's it. Should they have paid Jared Goff? No, that's something that should not have done. However, why do I say it? Not because he didn't deserve no money. You paid a man that's not going to win you a Super Bowl. And that's what we're here for. We're not here to just play football. We're here to win Super Bowl. Okay? He's not going to do anything in the playoffs but break your heart. That's what you paid for. If that's the money you wanted, if that's what you wanted your money to go to, then fine. You got your money's worth. If you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you did not get your money's worth at all. Okay? Outside of that, Jared Goff is a good quarterback. 10th round in fantasy football. That's good. He's not going to get anything better than that. All right. But again, Jalen Hurts, same round. Sam Darnold. Do not draft Sam Darnold. If you have Sam Darnold on your roster this year, boy, good luck. Good luck. Because I don't know what you see. I'm telling you, that was O'Connell's offense. That was his mind. And he slipped Sam Darnold in there and did what he could and got to the playoffs. But that's about it. He ain't going to do that with McCartney. But Sam Darnold ain't doing that with Seattle. It's just not going to happen. I don't think he will have 4,300 passing yards this year. I think it's going to be more like 31. I think he's going to have I think he's going to have a significant drop-off. He'll have probably 27 touchdowns this year. And I think he'll have 15 interceptions. But there's nothing in Seattle. It's not a knock on him outside of I don't think he's that good, but it's Seattle itself. There's nothing there. He's not going to do anything with those weapons. Are you serious? Because he got Cooper Kupp? What's that supposed to mean? Cooper Kupp getting old. Why you think he ain't with the Rams no more? They would rather have Devontae Adams than Cooper Kupp. He was just hurt. I'm supposed to be impressed because Cooper Kupp is a Seahawks? You better sit down. Kyler Murray. 10th round. He's a 10th round quarterback. 3,800 passing yards. His touchdowns is horrible. That he needs to pick that up. But he's still a 10th round quarterback. Even half the season he had 572 yards. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't play the whole season because he was coming off the injury. Unless this was his whole season. I do not remember. But yeah, Kyler Murray for me is a 10th, 11th round quarterback. 10th, 11th round draft. Excuse me. Justin Herbert. Same thing. I think it'll be good this year, but same thing. Yeah, 3,800 passing yards. He'll probably have that, maybe a little bit more. Probably close to 40. 23 touchdowns. I think he'll have 33, 35. He'll increase his touchdowns but again, that still keeps him right here in 10 round territory. You see what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, yeah, 39. I think that'll stay the same. His touchdowns were low. I think that'll increase too. I think that'll increase by 10. He had 26. I think he'll have 36. He only had 307 rushing yards. I think he'll go 200 more. He might get 200 more. If I'm drafting, I might steal Patrick Mahomes in the 6th and 7th round if he's available there. Some people might take him really early because he's Patrick Mahomes and they think he's going to have a stellar year because he's Patrick Mahomes and he did it 15-1 last year with nothing. And you'll hear that swan song. Me personally, I don't think he's going to I don't even think the Chiefs are going to be deep in the playoffs this year. I got to win 11 games. I do. I haven't won 11 games, but I think I don't think they're going to be unless they do it again and get somehow find a way to get home field advantage and put them Bills out again. I don't mind being wrong about that, but again, they did that and the fantasy numbers were horrible. So I don't see too much of a big increase in and put him above round 7 steal or around our normal round 10 drafting. Brock Purdy at number 13, same boat. I'm keeping him. That's a round 10 quarterback. Geno Smith, round 10. Maybe I would probably draft Geno. I don't know. I think his numbers are going to drop with the Raiders. Geno Smith might not be getting drafted. Again, it's a 14-team league at most. You do have some 16 and 18 teamers. I don't really speak too much on those unless somebody calls in and tells me they have one. But if me personally, I'm moving Aaron Rodgers up to that 14th spot, to be quite honest with you. I do like Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers. I don't care about the interception at camp. It's supposed to happen. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a decent year. Same number. He's going to have 28, maybe 34 touchdowns. He'll have 38 passing yards. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are good. That's good. Okay, that's average. He might even bump it up to 42. So yeah, I would take Aaron Rodgers in the 10th round. All right, number 16, Caleb Williams. You'll have some people draft Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams for me is a backup quarterback. I draft him on my bench, so therefore I'm not drafting Caleb Williams until probably one of my last 3 picks. Jordan Love at 17. You could draft Jordan Love anywhere in between the 8th and 10th round, which means we should actually my stats were pretty low this year, but we're going to go ahead and move Jordan Love. Oops. What did I do? We're going to move Jordan Love to 14, and we're going to drop Geno Smith to 17. All right. Yep, that works. Actually, we're going to drop Sam Darnold. I have no faith in Sam Darnold at all. And we're going to move up. Ooh. We're going to drop Sam Darnold down to 19. And we're going to move Matthew Stafford up to 9. Oh, trust me, I love Matthew Stafford this year. One reason, he got that boy Devontae Adams. Let me put my TV back on NFL Network. My boy got Devontae Adams. I love it. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua. That boy got an offense. Rams are winning 11 games this year. I got them winning 11 games. So with that, with that kind of stat line, we had 37 passing yards with a rough season last year. Yes, please give me 4,300 passing yards for, or maybe even 45 for Matthew Stafford. He only threw 20 touchdowns last year. Oh my God! Please give me 37. Give me 37. So that being said, you can take Matthew Stafford in the 10th round. He's the 10th round. I'm not bad. He's not a runner. He's a pocket passer. He will have mistakes. And they're only winning 11 games. But again, a quality quarterback, if you're looking to draft in a 14-team league, give me Matthew Stafford. Absolutely. I'm not drafting Bryce Young. But if you're a drafter of Bryce Young, he is, for me, a backup quarterback. So you can take him with one of your last 3 picks. Tua Tagovailoa, I'm not. You know how I feel about it. I'm not touching it. No, thank you. He stayed too hurt. He stayed too inconsistent. He shouldn't be on your bench. He just actually stay on the waiver wire, to be quite honest with you. Drake May, I'm big on Drake May this year. Not as a starter. I'm taking him as a backup. So if I could grab Drake May with one of my last 3 picks, I'm drafting. However, he could be stolen as a backup. If somebody takes a higher quarterback, yeah, they're going to come snatch up Drake May in like the 10th round. So Drake May is a quarterback who could potentially be stolen this year. Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, we can't draft Kirk Cousins. I'm actually going to have to put a red on him because he lost his job, so he shouldn't even be ranked. Russell Wilson most likely will start for the Giants. I'm taking Russell Wilson with if I go heavy with nothing but running back, receiver, if I just go crazy with that, I grab Russell Wilson off the waiver wires after I draft him, making my starter. I'm not drafting him anywhere before round 12. Anything before round 12 is ridiculous. Russell Wilson is not. That's being lost. Like he doesn't have that anymore. He's not a. If anything, I wouldn't even. I'm telling you, I'm not taking him in round 10. Anything before round 12, you're doing too much. He's round 12 and below. That's fine. Anthony Richardson. I'm not drafting Anthony Richardson. I'm not even putting him on my bench. I don't think he's good at all. 1,800 passing yards, people. 1,800. 8 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Please, what am I supposed to do with that? No, thank you. I'm good. Derek Carr is retired. He shouldn't be on here. Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to tell you to draft Trevor Lawrence between rounds 10 and 14. Maybe you can get away with stealing him at 9. It'll be a risky steal, but if they got the team that they got offensively, Trevor Lawrence should have a decent year. I don't have him winning too many games, I think like 8 games, I think. But it would be better than 2,000 passing yards. He should probably be able to bump that up to like 31, 32. And his touchdown should be able to double, maybe 24, 28 on the year. I think it's still going to be slow. Like it's not going to be it's 8 wins, 8 maybe 9 wins. Now, if that division is as bad as I think it's going to be, you know what's funny? Jacksonville could actually steal and win 10, 11 games. They're in line for it. Not gonna lie, they're in line to do it. They have to do a lot of theft. Oh my God, I think it's like 4 games they got to steal to do it. Because other games can go other ways, right? But if they do, and how bad this division I think is going to look, because I don't even have the Texans doing too good. they could steal this division and go into the playoffs. You could see Jackson. We should actually see Jacksonville in the playoffs this week if they can steal enough games to win 10. I haven't won in 7-8, but if they can steal enough to win 10, which it's very possible, then yeah, I got them. They're going to be in the playoffs. And with that, like I said, you can steal Trevor Lawrence in the 9th round if it works out that great for you with the season and how they play out. Daniel Jones is he's playing somewhere if I'm not mistaken. I think he's a doggone Colt. Can't wait for to take the job from Anthony Richardson. Oh my God. Well, you know what's funny? You guys super flex leagues, double quarterback stuff like that, right? Take him on one of your last picks or put him on your bench. Daniel Jones might be viable this year. I'm dead serious. I'm not being funny. I'm really not being funny. Because he might steal the job from Anthony Richardson. So if that happens, he's going to be playing quarterback. And I promise you, he might play a lot better than he did with the Giants. And if that happens, put it this way. This is how the scenario is going to play out. This is how petty the NFL is. And the people within the NFL. Daniel Jones goes and plays better with the Colts, right? Dabo getting fired. I'm dead serious. Dabo's getting fired. If you let him go to Indianapolis, and if remember this division is so wide open, if Daniel Jones steals it in enough time, he and the Colts could actually steal and go into the playoffs. Because this division is weak. I mean weak. Okay, and it can happen. You got a rookie in Cam Ward at the Titans. You got the Jaguars still trying to find themselves. You have the Colts just they look bad, but one person could change the game. And then you have the Texans, who I think are taking the back seat. They're going to fall to 3rd place this year. I'm sorry. They don't have much. So it's wide open for any one of them to take it. That is true. And I have the Colts if Daniel Jones can steal it, and I have the Jaguars if they can do it. So Daniel Jones might be a very viable quarterback this year. I would say waiver wire hawk on Daniel Jones. That's where I'd put him. Because you don't want to put him on your roster too early and taking up a spot. So waiver wire hawk on Daniel Jones. Jameis Winston will not touch a roster that I believe in. Will Levis is trash. Justin Fields is hurt. Dak Prescott is bumping up. They have him at 32. Don't believe that. He was hurt last year. That stat line is a dead stat line. He is probably, I got him winning 9-10 games. So I would draft 10th round. Dak Prescott is a round 10 quarterback. He always will be. Not that I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Remember, round 10 is where you get good quarterbacks in deeper leagues because, you're stacking up on weapons prior to that. Unless you steal, we only got like 4 guys we're stealing. Jackson, Allen, Burrow, maybe Baker, Jalen Daniels. Those are our only really big steals, and those are before rounds 5. See what I'm saying? Everybody else, you got 2 that you can probably slip in 7, but everybody else is round 10 and below. And that's not below is the below. Round 10 is where you're going to get a stack because that's where all the quarterbacks are just going to get going. Like if you don't have your quarterback already and you didn't steal yet, you might be left with what's left in round 10 if you don't have an early pick in round 10. You got that pick in round 10, you're going to get the crop of the litter. You see what I'm saying? So it's just you got to have a draft strategy at the end of the day. You got to have a draft strategy. All right. So with that being said, we can move right along to running backs. Now, running backs are different. The names change. All right. So for PPR, all right, they have Jahmyr Gibbs at number 1, Saquon Barkley at number 2. And the only reason why they have Jahmyr Gibbs at number 1 is because he scored more touchdowns. And I'm going to tell you right now, do not take Jahmyr Gibbs that high. Would I take Jameer Gibbs in the first round? Yes. I wouldn't take him number one overall. Number one overall, that's Saquon Barkley. Period. Period. Number two overall, that's that's Derrick Henry. But that was just that was just a little sneak peek. Just a little sneak peek. But for PPR purposes, Saquon Barkley is at number 2. Bijan Robinson is number 3. Derrick Henry is number 4. Let's see. And after that, the drop off is horrendous. Here's what I mean. Jameer Gibbs had 1,400. Saquon Barkley had 2,000. Bijan had 14. Derrick Henry had 19. Devon A-Chain drops to 907. Josh Jacobs had 13. That's good. Don't get me wrong. That's good. But it went from, and I'm not counting Devon's, I'm not counting Devon A-Chain's 907. From the 14, that 13 and the numbers just declined. 1329, 1299, 1,000, 959, 1,000. It's just these running backs are atrocious. Atrocious. I'm sorry. These running back numbers are horrible. The top 10. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Let me backtrack. It's not actually not that bad, to be quite honest with you. So we have to remember this is PPR. So for PPR purposes, they do catch the ball. So a lot of, like, for instance, Devon A-Chain, he had 907, but he had 500. He had 592 receiving yards. So I have to put that into perspective for PPR purposes. This is why he has that ranked at number 5. So that is correct. Same as Jameer Gibbs, he had 517 reception yards. So you do have to put that. I had this. Why I did say when I started, there's PPR, non-PPR. So I have to pay attention to what I'm even doing. Even Coach got confused his doggone self. All right, so no, that is correct. Yeah, that is correct. For Josh Jacobs, number 6, I would not take Josh Jacobs under Devon A-Chain. I would actually take Josh Jacobs above Devon A-Chain. He's a better runner and receiver, I think. Especially for me, he's in a better situation in Green Bay than Devon A-Chain is in Miami. Ooh, excuse me. And I think Devon A-Chain, they're going to try to heavily use him this year, and he's actually going to get hurt. I do think he's going to get hurt this year. Yeah. Kyron Williams at number 7. And mind you, these might be your first 7 picks. Jameer, Saquon, not in that order, but Jameer, Saquon, Bijan, Derrick Henry, Devon A-Chain, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams. This literally might be the first 7 picks in the draft. If maybe a quarterback in it, maybe like a Lamar or Josh Allen slips in the top 7, maybe pushing one of these guys down. But we might be looking at our first 7 picks in the draft. Okay. James Cook at number 8. Let's see, for PPR, Alvin Kamara at 9. I think Alvin Kamara's numbers are going to be a lot better this year. I would actually put. I can't say that based off a rookie, right? So here's what I can do. Because he's Alvin Kamara, I can put him in the second round. I won't put him in the first round. No, I won't put him in the first round based off of other receivers that are actually going to be in the first round. But yeah, so I will definitely have Alvin Kamara high in the second round, most definitely. Now in the 14-team league, he might get away with being in the first round. I promise he might get away with that. Chase Brown, second round. James Conner at number 11, second round. Jonathan Taylor, second round. I don't think he's going to be higher. He had a good 1,400 yards. That was good. I think he'll probably have the same, maybe a little bit less, like maybe 13, 12.99, something around there. Unless Daniel Jones comes in and just eats, and then Jonathan Taylor can, he might be in a top 10 in running backs throughout the season. So, but anyway, that's a lot of if and if. So right now, I can have him in the second round. Bucky Irvin, second round, most likely. Number 12 overall here for running backs. Number 13 for running backs. Chuba Hubbard, number 14. I think he's going to decline. He had a good year last year, but I don't think he's going to repeat. He had 1195. I think he'll have like 980. He'll lose about 100 and something yards. Aaron Jones, not drafting Aaron Jones. For those that like to draft Aaron Jones, he's a third or fourth round running. Nah, he's a fifth round running back. Breece Hall at number 16. I could draft him in the fourth round. Yeah, I draft him in the fourth round. He might fall this year. Joe Mixon is going to definitely fall this year. I wouldn't touch Joe Mixon past 8. Or before 8, I mean. David Montgomery coming off an injury. He's a 7th, 8th round running back for me. DeAndre Swift, same thing, 7th, 8th round running back. Najee Harris at number 20 is a 8th, 9th round pick. Tony Pollard, 10th round pick. Number 22, Rashad White for Tampa Bay. He's a 10th round pick for me. Maybe 11th. Rico Dowell, he's a waiver wire for me. J.K. Dobbins, I could take J.K. in the 7th, 8th round. Zach Cabernet at number 25. I could take Zach at I could take Zach in the 10th round. Zach Cabernet in the 10th round, maybe 8th. Tyrone Tracy, I could take Tyrone in the 8th round. Yeah, 7th, 8th round. Kenneth Walker, 7th, 8th round. Ramondre Stevenson at number 28. Between 8 and 10. Rounds 8 and 10. Brian Robinson Jr., 29. I'm taking him. That's an 8th round pick. Javonte Williams with the Denver Broncos. No, Javonte Williams is not a Denver Bronco. He should be a Dallas Cowboy, if I'm not mistaken. 10th round. Kareem Hunt, I'm not drafting. Alexander Madison, I'm not drafting. Jerome Ford, I'm not drafting. Austin Eckler, I'm not drafting. These are waiver wires. Travis Etienne, he's probably going to get drafted. I'm not drafting. Sorry, behind. But he'll probably get drafted. Him and Tank Bigsby, I would take in the 8th round. Travis Etienne, if you draft him, 12th round. Justice Hill, I'm not touching Justice Hill. Amir Abdul, I'm not touching him. Jalen Warren, not touching him. Ray Davis is a waiver wire. Tajay Spears, he's a 12th round pick. Tyler Algier, I'm not touching. Antonio Gibson, I'm not touching. It's a waiver wire pick. So if I'm not touching you, I'll take you off the waiver wire if I need you. Devin Singletary, waiver wire. Emmanuel Wilson, waiver wire. Isaac Granado, waiver wire. Cam Akers, waiver wire. Ty Johnson, waiver wire. Braylon Allen at number 50, waiver wire. And I am not going through the rest of these sorry names because they're not even going to touch the field. All right. Moving along. All right. PPR wide receivers. This ought to be fun. I got 2 receivers for sure. That's the first round. I don't think Amon-Ra St. Brown is the first round pick this year. I think he's a second, third round pick this year, just because of how bad I think the Lions are going to fall. But number 1, of course, is Jamar Chase, number 1 receiver. He is the first round pick. I would say you could take Jamar Chase within the first 3 picks. I don't know where I have him just yet. We'll have that ready for you on Monday. Justin Jefferson at number 2. He's a first round pick, probably a late first round pick, maybe early second round pick. I don't like the Vikings this year at all. All right, Amon-Ra St. Brown at number 3. Brian Thomas Jr. at number 4. I would take Brian Thomas Jr. in the second round. He might be a first round steal, I'll tell you that, but I'd take him in the second round. Drake London, I'm taking in the second round, obviously. High second round. If he can be 14 team, he might be stolen in the first round. Malik Neighbors, I don't like the Giants this year. I'm sorry. I don't. It's gonna be rough for me to have him. It's gonna be rough for me to have him in the second round. He's a second round talent, maybe even first round talent, but the Giants are not, and his numbers are not going to show. I promise you. He'll have his moments. Don't get me wrong. But for the year, you'll be wrong if you take him in the second round. To me, right now he's a third, fourth rounder. Terry McLaurin, not paid, not at work. He's gonna drop. Remember how I feel. If you ain't come to work, I'm dropping you. He's number 7 here in all time, or number 7 in receivings for fantasy, which is fine with me. CeeDee Lamb, number 8. CeeDee Lamb will have increased numbers this year. I would take CeeDee Lamb in the second round. He might be a first round steal. Jackson Smith Enigma, I'm actually staying away from. Garrett Wilson at number 10, I'm staying away from. Devontae Adams at number 11, I'm bumping him up to, again, he's second round pick for me. Jerry Jeudy at number 12 with Cleveland is it's gonna be a dud. I'm not touching Jerry Jeudy. Mike Ladd McConkey with the Chargers is a second round pick at number 13. Number 14, Mike Evans is a second round pick, maybe third, depending on who's in. Second round pick right now. Cortland Sutton with Denver is a guess what? I bet you I never heard me say this, huh? Second round pick at number 15 for Cortland Sutton. He's going to have a good year with his quarterback. Him and Bo Nix have a beautiful connection. DJ Moore with Chicago, 5th round pick. T. Higgins is a 3rd round pick. Tyreek Hill at number 18 is a 4th round pick. Number 19, Jacoby Myers is a 5th, 6th round pick. AJ Brown is a 2nd round pick. Number 20. Number 21, Jordan Addison with Minnesota is a 7th, 8th round pick. He's gonna fall. I don't have faith in Minnesota. Jameson Williams with Detroit. He's actually a 3rd round pick for me. 2nd, 3rd round pick. Maybe 2nd. I think he's a 2nd round talent with his counterpart, but he's faster. So I have him, and I do think they're going to pass the ball about the same as they did last year. So yeah, give me Jameson Williams in the 2nd round, 2nd, 3rd round. Nico Collins is all the Texans have. Give me Nico Collins in the 3rd round, maybe 4th. Juwan Jennings with San Francisco. Give me Juwan Jennings in the 3rd round. Zay Flowers at number 25 with Baltimore. 3rd, 4th round. Puka Nacua with the Rams. Give me Puka Nacua in the 3rd round. He might be stolen in the 2nd round. Devontae Smith. Give me Devontae Smith in the 3rd round. Calvin Ridley with Tennessee. I'm not touching Calvin Ridley. Y'all know how I feel about his trash ass. I'll pay the fine. Jaden Reed, Green Bay. We need a resurgence, my boy. Give me Jaden Reed in the 3rd round. At number 30, Marvin Harrison Jr. Give me Marvin Harrison in the 3rd round. I think he'll actually have a really good year this year. Darnell Mooney with Atlanta. Give me Darnell Mooney in the 5th round. DK Metcalf, no longer with Seattle. He is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Give me DK Metcalf in the 4th round with a 3rd round steal. Xavier Worthy with Kansas City, 3rd, 4th round. Keenan Allen with Chicago is a 5th, 6th round. Josh Downs with Indiana is a 4th, 5th round. Wan'Dale Robinson is a 6th, 7th round, maybe not draftable. Khalil Shakir with Buffalo. He's a 5th round. Cooper Kupp, 5th round. Number 39, Quentin Johnston with the with the Chargers is a 6th round. Oops. Where we at? Rashad Bateman, 7th round. Michael Pittman Jr. with Indiana is right now, with the state of the quarterback, he is a 6th round pick. George Pickens with Pittsburgh. No, George Pickens is a Cowboy. Give me George Pickens in the 2nd, 3rd round. He's gonna get. People are literally like foaming the mouth for this kid right now. So give me George Pickens at number 41 overall. Give me George Pickens, 42 overall. Give me George Pickens in the 2nd, 3rd round. Alec Pierce, 5th round, 6th round. Deebo Samuels, with the Redskins or with the Commanders now. So give me Deebo Samuels in the 3rd round. Jalen Tolbert, undraftable. Jalen Waddle, damn, I don't know, bro. 6th round. He's a better talent, but they don't give him the ball. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This man got paid $18 million and he only got 744 yards because he doesn't get the ball. I really don't know what to tell you. Demario Douglas on waiver wire. DeAndre Hopkins is with Baltimore. I'll take DeAndre in the 8th round. Rome Oduz, I would take him in the 4th, 5th round. Ray McLeod, 7th round. Tank Dell is not playing this year. We're going to put a red mark on him because he is out, my boy. Adam Thielen, 10th round, waiver wire maybe. Chris Godwin, I'm taking Chris Godwin in the 4th round. Nick West inking, I'm taking that boy in the 4th, 3rd round steal. I like him. 4th, 3rd round steal. Jalen McMillan with Tampa Bay is a 7th round pick. Romeo Dobbs, he needs to get better. Right now, he's a 5th round pick. Marvin Mims with Denver, 6th round pick. Trey Tucker with the Vegas Raiders, waiver wire. Alan Lazard, waiver wire. Xavier Legette with Carolina, maybe 8th round. He's good, but I think he just needs a better quarterback. But you might be able to waiver wire. Michael Wilson with Arizona, waiver wire. Demarcus Robinson, waiver wire. Amari Cooper. Is he still a Buffalo? Okay, Google, is Amari Cooper still with the Buffalo Bills? We're not going to play this game. Okay, Google. Oh, Keenan Allen don't even have a landing spot. Never mind. They're unsigned. They are both unsigned. So right now they need red marks. Amari Cooper with the mark. Okay, Google, who does Amari Cooper play for? Maybe. Oh, it's the Buffalo Bills. Okay, Google, is Amari Cooper a free agent? On the website USAtoday.com, they said veteran wide receivers Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen are still free agents. Yeah, never mind. So he's not. Yeah, him and Keenan Allen are still free agents. All right, that's what I was looking for. Where you at? There you are, Keenan Allen. You are a free agent. You do not have a squad. You are red. All right, so take him out. Ain't no drafting no Keenan Allen. Stephon Diggs with the New England Patriots. Waiver wire. Undraftable. Touch him if you want to. I can't wait to laugh at you. I swear to God, I can't. Touch him if you want to. Y'all gonna have me cussing now. I'm gonna have a big fine. Touch him if you want to. Don't you? Oh my God. That boy dumped Cardi B like he did something. Touch him if you want to. Kayshawn Booty. Not touching that. Tyler Lockett. Not touching that. He's a waiver wire pick for me. Elijah Moore, waiver wire pick. And I'm not going through the rest of these. Keon Coleman. 8th round. Keon Coleman right now for me is 8th round. All right. Last but not least, our favorite position in all of football, tight ends. All right. Because, right, we only got 2. We got 32 teams, but we only got 2 tight ends. All right. So, Brock Bowers at number 1 for Las Vegas. They might stay there. They might stay. He again, I don't have the Raiders doing much, but he's a big target. He is the target there. He is the guy. And I think Geno Smith is going to come in with that same mentality, and he's going to work well with Brock Bowers, but this won't be enough to win a lot of games. But I would be able to keep Brock Bowers at number 1, of course. Where do you draft Brock Bowers? 5th, 6th round. Trey McBride, Arizona. He had another one. He had 1,100 yards, but he only had 2 touchdowns. I didn't like that. But I think that'll get better this year. Trey McBride at number 2. I'm still drafting him no higher than the 5th round. George Kittle with San Francisco, another one with 1,100 yards. He had 8 touchdowns. George Kittle, I can probably risk taking in the 4th if I need a tight end that high. But if not, I can wait till the 5th, 6th round. Jonnu Smith with Miami, 8th round. Travis Kelce, he only had 3 touchdowns. He had a good yard. He only had 3 touchdowns, but I think that'll change this year. So I'll take Travis Kelce. I'll take Travis Kelce in the 4th, 5th round. Mark Andrews, he had 11 touchdowns, but he's always hurt. But I mean, he had 11 touchdowns. So Mark Andrews for me is another 5th round pick. Zach Ertz for Washington, he had 7 touchdowns. The Deebo Samuel's coming over. I don't think that's going to stay. So yeah, Zach Ertz for me is dropping to the 8th round. Sam Laporta with Detroit, 5th round. Pat Fairmouth with number 9. Well, I do know a quarterback that likes tight ends. So much so that if coach is drafted, sorry about that. If coach is drafting, I would have Pat on my team. Where would I draft Pat? 6th round. Tucker Kraft at number 10, 10th round. David Njoku, 10th round. Hunter Henry, not drafting. Mike Gesicki at number 13, not drafting. Cade Otton at number 14. I would draft, if I was going to draft Cade Otton, I'd draft Cade Otton in the 12th round. Probably my last pick. I have him on my roster. And he would be my starting tight end. Absolutely. Kyle Pitts, I'm not touching. Isaiah Likely, 10th round. Juwan Johnson, I'm not touching at all. Tyler Conklin, not touching. Cole Kmet, not touching this year. There's not that many tight ends. These are all waiver wires. Dalton Schultz, waiver wire. Noah Gray, waiver wire. Will Disley, waiver wire. Austin Hooper, waiver wire. Jake Ferguson, waiver wire. And everyone else is a non-mentionable. Oh, man. So, look. We have gone through all 4 positions, quarterback, receivers, running backs, and tight ends. I didn't do a whole PPR thing, except for – let me see something. So for receivers, it didn't change much. It really only changed PPR purposes because, again, receivers catch already. Let me see something. PPR. Yeah, like Ladd McConkey and receivers. Ladd McConkey and Devontae Adams flipped from 11 and 12 and 13 because somehow Jerry Jeudy slipped in there, which I wouldn't do that. It really only has a major effect on running backs because in a non-PPR Saquon Barkley is number 1, Derrick Henry is number 2, and then Jahmyr Gibbs is number 3. Whereas in the PPR, it's Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, then Derrick Henry. Because Bijan Robinson doesn't come into play. He's number 4 in the PPR. So they're still both top. They're still all top 5 running backs, but their names just switched from PPR to non-PPR. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. Caden, my man, we're back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we back, Caden. Right now, we just finished up with the position rankings. I'm so glad. Next Monday so be ready. Next Monday, we have to move a little quicker this year because the R2L League has a live draft on the 5th that I'm hosting, and so we have to get the rankings and the draft order out of the way. So on Monday the 28th is going to be the first 50 players of the fantasy draft, all right? So we're getting you guys ready for the draft, baby. We're getting you ready. I'm excited. My man Caden is back. I love it. Caden has been with me, guys, since day one. He's been with me for the whole 2 years. He's been with me since FFC has started. So I am always glad to see when Caden pops in. As I said, the summertime and football ends and fantasy's over, it's just me and a bunch of randos watching who is this guy talking about football. But when fantasy season is here, you're going to see how crowded it gets, guys. I'm telling you. The questions come in, and Coach is answering every single last one of them. I get you guys right for the season, all right? So I'm so glad to see Caden. Caden, you made my day. Where's my cheers? Cheers for Caden, chat. Cheers for Caden. Thank you for coming in. All right, so we've gone through all 4 positions. Again, it's just to rank them, so you guys I can give you guys kind of visual of where you should potentially take this guy. The ranking, and right now, when I say this guy is ranked number 13, yeah, okay, but he should take him here. Okay, they're only ranking them based off of their stat line. However, the draft is real. There are other people there. You're not by yourself. It ain't you and a bunch of bots, right? So I'm telling you, where this person is ranked, somebody's looking at that. You also need to look at where he can be stolen and where that he can fall. And where I feel that if I say he's a 10th round pick and you see some fool take him in the 6th round, buddy, you made it. You made it, not him. And you get to watch your season flourish and watch this dude crash out because he decided to take some fool in the 6th round. That's a 12th round pick, probably a waiver wire pick. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of me going over position rankings, is so you guys have a better understanding of where to actually take guys. Now, come Monday, I'm going to tell you exactly where to take them. And you better listen to Coach. We all know what happens when you don't listen to Coach. Your season don't end up well. And then I got to say, I'm not going to sit here and play the bad guy. I told you. And you know what I'm going to tell you. Stephon Diggs can't catch in the cold. He's in New England. If I ain't at karma harder than life. So you go ahead, you touch that. It get cold in November. Or no, it get cold in week 7 in New England. Just let y'all know that now. So good luck with drafting Stephon Diggs this year. I better see his name in the waiver wires. I promise you. I'm going to be mad if I see this dude drafted on people's team, man. Like, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen. All right, so chat, everybody, viewers, thank you guys for tuning in today. It's just a good informational show. However, FFC Fantasy Football 2025 has begun. Monday, we are going over our first 50 players, and we're going to get through those bad boys Tuesday, Friday, and then following Monday so we can get our teams. So FFC can get their team. FFC. R2L League can get their teams drafted live. They're drafting live at the Washington Commanders Skybox. How my boys got their books? I don't ask questions. I enjoy the fun. So I will be back Monday. Again, mark it on your calendar. Monday, July 28th. We are going over, it'll be the FFC Fantasy Football Draft. We are drafting our fantasy football draft rankings. We are drafting everybody from 1 to number 50. Okay, we're going over the first 50. I might slip in 75 if we got the time. Why do I say that? Well, Coach got a lot of other stuff that he does. I cook and I also stream games. So as soon as I get done here with you guys with FFC, I got to hop on the game and start playing some Division II and start streaming that. So, Coach, stay working. You guys have a wonderful day. Coach loves you. I'm out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.